Hello guys and welcome again to our third video which is going to be on behavioralism. To start off, the high point of enthusiasm for science of politics came in 1950s and 1960s. First, behavioralism developed as a school of psychology known as behaviorism, which as the name implies studies only the observable and measurable behavior of human beings. Secondly, drawing inspiration from David Hume, who is a logical positivist, insisted on the separation of facts from values. So, the message of both behavioral psychology and logical positivism was a brute and hard nosed empiricism. Next, let's look on the origin and development of behavioralism. Speaking of the first sighting of behavioralism in politics, the groundbreaking work was made by Graham Wallas, who wrote Human Nature in Politics, and Arthur Bentley, who wrote The Process of Government, both published in 1908. Behavioralist approach was most strongly observed among the American political scientists in their contribution. Charles E. Merriam. It was Charles E. Merriam of Chicago University, the author of New Aspects of Politics, 1925, who picked up from where Wallace and Bentley had previously left off, which is why Merriam is considered to be the intellectual father of this movement. He favored the use of quantitative techniques in the study of politics and encouraged political scientists to treat political behavior as the cardinal issue in their studies. Harold Lasswell. Another chief architect of behavioralism from Chicago School is Harold Lasswell, who wrote Who Gets What, When, and How in the year 1936. He analyzed power and authority and its impact. He says, where there is power, there is its direct and indirect impact. It also influences the progress of history. There are many sources of power in community and society. This power can be predicted and assessed scientifically. It is carried on politically. The assessment of sources of power in the present day politics gives birth to a political science, which may predict about the future trends of national and international politics. Next, we have David Easton's intellectual foundations. It was David Easton who sought to differentiate behavioralism from behaviorism. David Easton believed that political science could adopt the methodology. He outlined 8 major tenets of behavioralism. Number 1, regularities. The behavioralists believe that there is a predictable pattern in political phenomena. There is regularity in political behavior. Such regularities or uniformities can be expressed in generalizations or theories. These theories, in turn, may be used to explain or even predict political phenomena. Number 2, verification. Knowledge of political behavior must be verifiable by facts. Number 3, techniques. Behavioralists insist that appropriate techniques such as sample survey, multivariate analysis, as simulation, mathematical models, etc., are employed to gather valid, reliable, and comparable data. Number 4, quantification. Gathering data is not enough. They must be measured and quantified. Number 5, value free. Empirical and ethical dimensions are treated separately. Behavioralism is value free. Number 6, systematization of research. Number 7, pure science. The logical understanding and explanation of political behavior is primary. The application of theory is only secondary. Number 8, integration of political research with that of other social sciences. Therefore, behavioralism came to accord primacy to higher degree of reliability and higher degree of generality. In short, behavioralism focused on micro level situations rather than attempting macro level generalizations. Now we move on to some criticisms of behavioral approach. Number 1. The movement has been criticized for its dependence on techniques and methods ignoring the subject matter. Number 2. The advocates of this approach were wrong when they said that human beings behave in similar ways in similar circumstances. Number 3. Besides, it is a difficult task to study human behavior and to get a definite result. Number 4. Most of the political phenomena are unquantifiable, therefore, it is always difficult to use scientific methods in the study of political science. Moreover, the researcher, being a human being, is not always value neutral as believed by the behavioralist. Therefore, behavioralism is a protest against and an extension and enrichment of the traditionalist stance in political science. The goals of behavioral research have been set as understanding, describing, analyzing, and if possible, predicting political phenomena. Coming to the last section, we will look into some of the previous year questions on behavioralism. Number 1. Which of the following statement is not true, meaning false? Here, the answer is post-behavioral political theory is both qualitative and quantitative is true, but post-behavior political theory is ethnocentric, focuses especially on Western democracies is 4. So the answer is number 4. Question number 2. Why was behavioralism short-lived? Here, the answer is number 1, because of its inability to evolve consensus. Question number 3. Which of the following is not a reason for the decline of political theory? Options are positivism, moral relativism, historicism, and normativism. Here the answer is number 4, normativism. Question number 4. Identify the correct chronological order. Now, option number 1, new institutional approach. 2, systems. 3, philosophical. And number 4, behavioral. Here, the correct order is philosophical approach. Number 2, behavioral approach. Number 3, systems approach. and number 4, new institutional approach, as its name suggests, is the latest approach. Question number 5 is similar to question number 4. Here, the correct order would be number 1, philosophical approach, number 2, Marxist approach, number 3, behavioral approach, and number 4, new institutional approach. Question number 5. Identify the correct sequence of the tenets of behavioralism as advocated by David Easton. In order to find out, one can go back to the lesson where it's given. Number 1 is regularities, 2 verification, 3 technique, and number 4 quantification. Question number 7. Which of the following approaches studies among other public opinion and people's choices? Here answer is number B, institutional approach. Question number 8. Given below are two statements. The assertion is, for behavioralists, it was better to be wrong than vague. Reason is, it was better to be vague than non-relevantly precise. Here answer would be, assertion is true but reason is false. Question number 9. Match list 1 with list 2. So the correct match would be Charles E. Merriam wrote New Aspects of Politics. Hans Eulen wrote The Process of Government. Leo Strauss wrote What is Political Philosophy and Other Studies, and D. Truman wrote The Behavioral Persuasion in Politics. Question number 10. Given are two statements. Assertion is behavioral political theory sought to eliminate the role of values and make political science a pure science and quantitative. Reason is political science belongs to a social science, can never be value free, as it deals with human beings who are value bound. So answer would be both A and B are true, but reason is not the correct explanation of assertion. Question number 11. Who wrote the article Behavioral Approach in Political Science? The answer would be C. R. A. Dahl. Question number 12. Given below are two statements. Assertion: theories of development of the 1950s like behaviorism could never develop a universally accepted paradigm because they are locally dated. Reason is they originated during the Cold War period and consequently biased. Answer is both assertion and reason are correct, and reason is the correct explanation. So that was the end of our video. I hope you like it. If you like it, please like our video and share it, and keep following us to watch new videos and new exciting educational videos on political science. Thank you.